Welcome to Southwest Florida Real Estate Update, hosted by area realtor Jim York and York Real Estate Group of Downing Fry Realty. Our show will bring you the most up-to-date information about the local real estate market, featuring leading experts in the real estate field.
Welcome to the Southwest Florida Real Estate Update. I'm Morgan York with the York Real Estate Group, and today we're joined by our host Jim York and his guests John Hillman and Lisa Potts with Grandview at Bay Beach by London Bay Homes.
Thank you, Morgan, for the introduction. Well, John and Lisa, thank you for coming on the show. John, let's just give people a little bit of background about your background with London Bay Homes and what you're going to do.
Yeah, sure. So I'm the Director of Sales for London Bay. We cover from Naples to Sarasota. And today we're very excited because we're going to share with you a new project for London Bay and a project that's been in the making for about 10 years at Fort Myers Beach called Grandview. So Lisa and I are partners on Grandview. Lisa's part of our sales team down there, and we're going to try to share with you all the insights about Grandview.
And when you say 10 years, well, was that because of permitting or how's that work?
London Bay bought the property down there. It's the last remaining tower pad in Waterside.
Okay.
So there's currently 7 towers down there and we'll be the last one.
How's the best way to get to your place, Grandview?
If you come from Bonita Beach, you would go over the San Carlos Bridge Pass. When you're coming across the bridge, you'll actually be able to see where our building is going to go up. So when you go, you'll take a right onto Bay Beach Drive, and we're down at the end behind the gates.
Okay. And let's go to the first picture. So this is the pad?
So this is where we'll construct the building. So as you can see, kind of the outline, the building will be facing, the left side of the building will be facing the bay. So you'll have like the long bay views on the left. And we kind of cranked out the sides of the building to maximize the views. As you turn, you'll be able to see the bridge the way that you see on the photo there, right there.
Okay.
And then the right side of the building will look more towards the Gulf, where you'll have long Gulf views.
Okay, and then the next picture here? This is it here?
Yeah.
Yep, that would be where you'd see the Gulf. That would be the right side of the building. So the way that the building is, there's 6 units across, so you have 3 different floor plans and then the mirror image of the same 3 on the opposite side. So this would be like the 06 view. So you'd have, it's kind of nice because you can get your choice of eastern exposure looking at the bay or the western exposure looking over towards the Gulf on the 06 side.
And how many places, condos in the building?
58.
58. Okay, next picture, please. So this is the building.
So that's the building, that's the front of the building, which is kind of, if you can see the way it's shaped with the sides kind of cranked in on the right and the left. But looking at the front of the building, you'll see the architecture, and the bedrooms for your guests will actually have pretty good views as well. So there's little terraces out there for the guest bedrooms. And the middle units in particular have 2 guest bedrooms that will have those views where you're looking. Some of them will actually look all the way down the boulevard.
Okay, and the next picture here?
And that's a night picture. That's what it'll look like, all lit up at night. So you can see, again, where it's lit up on the right side would be the eastern exposure, and then going around on towards the left side would be the western exposure.
In the next picture?
So this is our amenities. We call it the L. The whole building, we call it the elevated living.
Right.
So we named the amenities, John named it the L. And that's the outdoor part. So on the second floor, so it's basically 10 stories that we're parking. On the second floor, we took out 2 of the units where indoors you'll have 2 guest suites. So if you have extra guests that need to stay down at the guest suites, we have those available and they'll be fully furnished. Inside we'll have a full gym, yoga studio, and then a big social area with a catering kitchen if you wanted to bring your guests down, and you could go down there and cook dinner for your guests. And then outdoors, this is the outdoor look. We have several fire pits and several different seating areas. So you can have several different groups of people out there at once, or if you had a bigger party, you could have plenty of space with all of the different fire pits and different areas.
And the next picture here?
And that's one of the pictures of the indoor living, so
Okay.
that you could see, it kind of shows you the views there too through the sliders. And we will have, in our design studio, we'll have the capability of doing a ceiling like what you see in that picture.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so just to add a little color to this, everything about the building is to make a bit of a statement, because it's been 10 years since anything was built there. So we're really trying to bring a little bit of a coastal modernism, contemporary flavor to the building, both on the outside and then on the inside. And this, what we also did is we partnered with numerous groups. So you've got Bob Hall, who designed the building, from Kurt Gaines Hall. He's probably done 40 buildings in Southwest Florida. This is actually a model done by Clive Daniel, and then Ramonza, our interior team's going to do 2. And then we have a group out of Tennessee called IDA. And so we're trying to mix it up a little bit,
Right.
trying to really add some new flavors and new dimensions. And even that reflected ceiling will be something that will surprise people. You're not used to seeing the views from your ceiling. So it was a bit of whimsy, but it's something that adds some real color to the experience.
In the next picture here, it's another inside picture. Does that have a balcony off that bedroom, or?
Yeah, so we designed the building where the balconies are rather large.
Right.
So you can really enjoy the outdoor living. So they're all pretty deep. They're all close to 10 feet deep, some a little bit deeper, and then upwards to 25 feet wide.
Yes, they really will.
So
That's what
the
people
balconies will be awesome, and lots of great views on the balcony where people can enjoy the outdoors. And then again, from the front of the building, the guests will also have little terraces where they can have a view as well.
Next picture. Okay, inside living
That's
room.
the L.
Yeah, so that's the inside of the amenity space, the L. And it's like every clubhouse, and in this case, the amenity area, we want to give it personality. So the L, EL, for elevated living, is a place where families will gather, maybe before they go out to dinner or for their beach walk or whatever it ends up being. And I think that's another really key ingredient to the lifestyle here is you're behind a gate, you're private, but the proximity to the beach is a short 10 to 12 minute walk, depending on how fast or slow you are. So it's within a mile, and you can also walk to dinner because there's a whole restaurant marina district nearby. So we're on that south end of Fort Myers Beach,
Okay.
very close to the shopping in Estero, very close to Lover's Key for people that want to get out and
Right.
enjoy nature. So
If I'm bringing a client there, let's just talk about how would you present it to them, the features and the style living that they would have there. You follow me?
So our sales center is beautiful and very indicative of what the exterior of our building will look like, the architecture. And as you go in, it's set up so awesome, where we have a kitchen, like a vignette of
Right.
what a typical kitchen layout will be in one of the condos. And then we have a 3D model that can show you, and we have it exactly the way that we have it shaped to maximize the views. And then we also have photos on an interactive touchscreen where we can show you photos
Okay.
of where you'd be per floor and per side of the building. So if somebody says, I really like morning sun, then we can see this will be your view and you'll be on the 01, 02 side. And if they say, I prefer to see the sunsets, then we would take them over to the other side and we can actually show them those views.
Okay, and then in some condo buildings, you buy the shell. And is that how it is in this one?
No.
It's complete, okay.
yeah, so we're
Just
delivering.
trying to explain this for our viewers.
No, it's great. It's a great question. Lisa's right. So part of the experience is you're learning about the views, you're learning
Right.
about what floor plans you want. The vignette gives you really, almost to scale, it's a 12 by 15 kitchen, which is pretty close to what most of the units have. And so what we're doing today is taking reservations. We'll be converting those this summer, fall to contracts with an idea that we're going to be building the building at the end of this year, early next year, and basically deliver, if we're in the May of 17, by May of 19, the building is delivered. So for people, it's a planning process. Where do I want to be in the next 2 years? And for us, we make it fun because they come to our selection studio and they
Right.
can make all their picks literally in a day. So our goal is that you literally can come in one day, make your picks, let us go build the building, and then you come and enjoy it.
And how about parking spaces and storage? Do they have any of do you have that?
That's a great point, Jim. So
I'm just
underneath,
trying to think of questions
yeah,
my
so we're
clients have.
doing, so we'll have the 6 penthouses upstairs. They all come with a 2-car garage included.
Okay.
And then every other unit will have one covered parking space assigned underneath, and then any exterior cars would be outside parking. And they also have storage units, which is rare for a lot of these buildings, and it's air-conditioned space.
Do you allow pets in
Yes.
there? Okay. Can you-
Another big plus, we allow 2 dogs, and there's no weight limit, so 2 pets.
So you're pet friendly. That's great.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank both of you for coming on the
Thank
show, and
you.
I've learned a lot, and wish you a lot of success. And I'll be bringing clients out there. Okay.
Better.
That's great. Thank you, Jim.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jim.